call it. Its existence is a mystery.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
A local
yeah?
research team says it has evidence the creature exists. Ken taking a look into their findings.
That's right. We're joined by a couple of gentlemen that say they may have some actual evidence that there is a Bigfoot in our area. This is Dan Shirley and Garland Fields. By the way, if this doesn't work out for you guys, you have an awesome name for a country music band. Garland Fields and the Dan Shirley Band. Write it down. Awesome name. Anywho, let's talk about this. It is often, since I was a kid, folks have been debating about the existence of Bigfoot or Sasquatch. You guys been searching for a long time? How long you started this search for Sasquatch?
Well, this venture, actually, I've been involved in it for about the last 40 years.
40 years?
I've actually, and then I finally one day it kind of hit me, I think it's time to get out and start looking for it. So I, one day at work, and I was in between contracts.
Right.
And I said, now's the time to do it.
Yeah?
And we started out last year.
They started out gathering all the information and video and stuff like that, okay? Gathering hard data, as we call it, to support what you believe is actually true. Now, my question comes, Garland, black people don't believe in Bigfoot.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing?
Exactly.
How'd you get involved in this?
I always like being different.
I love that. I love that.
And two, it's I didn't believe that it actually existed until I met Dan and he invited me to come along, and I went along for the ride.
The mic's not working?
I went along for the ride.
Okay. No, you're okay. You hold on to that, Dan. Thank you.
Went along for the ride and got my first experience and been excited ever since.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What was it like the first time you felt like you had real proof of its existence?
Well,
what was that feeling like?
We were out in the wilderness, and naturally you hear the birds and all the sounds of the nature and everything, and everything just went dead, and no sound, anything. And when that happened, the hair on my neck rose.
Yeah.
And then we got this really putrid smell.
Oh.
And it was just, it's hard to explain. You actually have to be there to explain.
So if you guys spent a lot of time in the wilderness aside from this, would you know the difference between maybe you were smelling a bear?
Sure.
Yes,
or maybe you were smelling a dead animal that had been rotting in a tree for, because animals will hold on to the carcasses for a little while. So you know the difference between all those things and what you smelled that day.
Yes, and what we did, we put our nose to the wind and we're trying to locate where it was coming from. And each time we did that, it would stop. And then it would always come again from behind us.
Wow.
It was probably, I think our first experience, it was about, I'd say about 30 feet from us.
Yeah? Did you actually get a visual, or you just got the scent and you got maybe a sense that he was there?
Yeah, well, you get a sense that he's there. I have a kind of a particular gift on getting the sixth sense anyway.
Yeah.
I think I probably got it. I'm a Vietnam vet.
Yes, sir.
I picked it up from there.
Exactly. You had to be extremely aware, ultra aware.
Right.
Yeah.
So, in the job I do, I'm also an armed security officer. So
the snow tracks that you saw in the snow, those were there footprints?
Yeah, exactly. On that particular situation, it appeared that he came through the foliage.
Yeah.
And he walked across that particular part of the snow.
Right.
And actually, what you don't see anymore in there, there's a canyon. So he's going down a canyon.
Oh, okay.
The same tracks that I picked up there. Me and Garland did. Actually, Garland found the tracks. He went scouting ahead of me. I was gearing up.
Yeah.
And he says, Dan, come here and look at these tracks, see what you think. So when I examined the tracks, and I says, that's it.
Yeah.
So we followed down the canyon, and that's in one of our other films. We came up with another print.
Aha.
The second print, it was from the same species.
Yes.
About 17 and a half inches.
Wow.
Which would put him probably about, I'd say minimum about 8 feet.
8 feet tall. So you guys aren't done with your research? You're going to continue to go back out there and continue to gather all the research until you make all of us believers that Sasquatch or Bigfoot, whatever you want to call him, actually does exist. By the way, have you seen those commercials messing with Sasquatch?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you don't want to end up on one of those. I love those commercials. Those are hilarious. Dan Shirley and Garland Fields, a couple of local guys who actually have been hunting down Bigfoot and is still picking up some more proof to turn us all into believers, Marianne.
All right. Very good, Ken. Thanks.
I believe.